Ever been laid off with fake write-ups? Here's how I made them pay. I used to work for a great company. The old owner ran things with respect and integrity, but when he retired, everything changed. His son took over, a fresh out of business school type with no real experience, just a superiority complex and a spreadsheet mindset. One of his first decisions was to streamline the business. He started shifting people around, cutting teams, and loading up the remaining staff with double or triple workloads. My department, safety and engineering, got hit hard. I was the team lead, and after pushing back, we ended up pulling 80+ hour weeks for 3 months straight. It was brutal, but we delivered results. The company was forced to pay out massive year-end bonuses just to keep us from walking. That didn't sit well with the new boss. He started treating me differently, not professionally, but personally. It became clear he had an inappropriate interest in me. Over the next few months, he made suggestive comments, inappropriate advances, and even brought his friends and secretaries into it. It escalated quickly, and they crossed every line. They even made crude remarks about the death of my husband, saying it was time I moved on. I documented everything, every message, every voicemail. I spoke to my best friend, a brilliant contract lawyer, who helped me draft a cease and desist letter. That letter put an immediate stop to the harassment, but it also made me a target. Soon after, I was transitioned to a work-from-home setup. It was obvious they were trying to isolate me. I started keeping detailed records of every assignment, every communication. Then, out of nowhere, a friend from the office added me to an internal email chain. That email exposed their plan. Upper management had been actively discussing how to fire me without paying out my contract. They were crafting a paper trail to justify it. They tried installing cameras in my home office under the guise of productivity monitoring. I refused. They overloaded me with impossible tasks, but my team, more like family than co-workers, helped carry the weight. After 3 months of this nonsense, I got a call from HR. I was being laid off indefinitely due to a lack of work. That was a lie. We had dozens of active projects. In Ontario, layoffs like that are legally considered terminations. So I called my lawyer again. She was calm, confident, and said we had more than enough to take them on. Good thing I had already printed every relevant document. Hours after I was let go, my company laptop was wiped remotely. HR claimed all my previous complaints had vanished, replaced by fabricated disciplinary records I had never seen. These fake documents were laughably sloppy. Some even predated the new boss's time at the company and carried his forged signature. I contacted my old teammates and let them know what was happening. Many of them started job hunting immediately. Some reached out to people they knew and quietly started lining up their exits. 4 days later, I returned to the office with my employment lawyer. The receptionist called security before we even made it through the door. My lawyer handed over a summons for mediation the following Friday. That week, I received an outpouring of messages from people at the company, urging me to settle or reconsider. But I was done being silent. Friday came, and my ex-boss arrived at mediation with a fleet of 4 lawyers. They offered 3 months severance. We declined. My lawyer presented everything. Signed documents, emails, records of complaints, all real and time-stamped. The fake files the company had created didn't stand a chance. Some were dated when the boss was literally out of the country. They stepped out to talk, came back, and offered 1 year's salary. Still not good enough. We pushed for what was right. 5 years salary, average bonuses for each of those years, and all legal fees. They agreed, but I wasn't finished. I called in favors. I placed every single member of my team in new jobs, many at companies that actively compete with my old employer. Within a week, the company had lost 10 of its most experienced people. Others followed. The fallout was severe. The company couldn't train new hires because all the mentors had left. Word spread about how they treated employees, and no one wanted to work there. Today, the company's still standing, but it's bleeding money. They rely on expensive subcontractors and haven't launched a single new project in nearly a year. They thought they could destroy me quietly, but I walked away with 5 years' pay, the best people in the building, and their reputation in tatters.